Good morning, children. I hope all will see the video lesson and complete assignment on time, and you all will send done message in your group before time. Children, work selflessly, be sensitive, care for others. You are one of the sweetest people. So, learn to respect others. So children, today we are going to start new chapter. 10th one, force and types of force. So children, here force and types of force. In your textbook, picture is shown. First question is asking, will a boat move ahead unless pushed with the help of an oar? Second question, who exerts force to move a bullock cart forward? Third one, what makes the ball move during a game of football? How does its direction change? Fourth one, will the wheel go forward if it is not pushed with a stick? So children, depend on all this picture, this all 4 questions are given. When I will explain, that time you all be able to give the answer. So children, here question is there. When we kick the football coming in our direction towards the goal, we apply force in day-to-day life. We do many actions such as lifting, pulling, riding a bicycle and stopping it at time, pushing a load, squeezing or bending something, and the driving vehicles. It is necessary to apply force for doing all these actions. Force is applied to an object to pull it or push it in any manner. So children, here in detail we are going to see what is force. So here given no object change its position on its own. Actually, what is force? Let me tell you what you had read in your textbook. Force is a push or pull upon an object, right? Let's think upon concept of force. Force is a push or pull which tries to change or changes the state of rest of a body. So children, here to pull or push, lift or bend the object, we need to apply force. First point, no object can change its position on its own. So, force is required to move an object. Force is used to change the direction of an object in motion or stop it. So children, here related to force, you know the many different things that force can do. But let us now study the different kind of forces. Forces can be divided into 2 types based on how the force is applied. Then in that type of forces, contact force and non-contact force. So children, contact force means when objects actually touch each other, and non-contact force means when objects do not touch each other. Can you lift a bucket of water without holding it? Of course, your answer is no. So children, first of all, here can you tell questions are there. First question, what happens when you hold the two ends of a spring and pull them apart? Then children, here your answer will be in its shape changes due to the force exerted by pull. Again repeating the question, what happens when you hold the two ends of a spring and pull them apart? Its shape will change due to the force exerted by pull. Second question is given, what happens when a blacksmith hammers a red hot piece of iron? So children, shape of iron piece changes. Therefore, our conclusion is there, force is necessary to change the shape and object. So children, here third one is type of forces. In that type of forces, we will see so many type of forces is there, but what we are going to learn in our textbook, that is first one, if related to first one, if opposing force is not applied on a moving object, then it moves in the same direction. So children, here what is given actually related to our muscular force. If opposing force is not applied on a moving object related to force, it moves in the same direction with same speed. To change the direction of the moving object, force is necessary. After that, in muscular force, let's see what is muscular force. For example, first example, in summer vacation, we all might have seen that an ice cream vendor pushing his hand cart with the help of hand. It start moving in the forward direction. To move hand cart forward direction, which force he is applying on it? Have you ever think about this? Here we see the vendor is applying his hands to forward the cart. Is it correct? He is using his hands muscle. So children, here the vendor is applying his muscular force to forward the cart. Generally, second example, generally to lifting the sand and carrying it on their head from one place to another, the workers, what they are using, which type of force they are using? For lifting the sand and carrying it on their head. In their head from one place to another, which type of force they are applying to lift off that sand? So children, here also might have you all understood muscular force. Now third example, suppose a person pushing the pedals and riding bicycle. From example only you can come to know. Here also person is using muscular force. One more example, while we are doing exercise. Suppose a man is pulling and pushing at his muscle for exercise. Suppose ups and down. Otherwise, when he is lying and doing the exercise, then that time he is doing exercise, his head exercise. Then what type of force he is applying with the help of his hand? There also he is applying muscular force. So children, in all the actions shown in our picture 10.1, the movements take place with the help of the bones and muscles in the body. The person in the picture alongside is lifting the weight by using muscular force. So children, here the definition of muscular force is the force applied with the help of muscle. I hope you all are getting the points. The force applied with the help of muscle is called muscular force. So children, here one question is given: for which task in our day-to-day life we use in muscular force. So, the machines that run on muscular force are, listen properly children, what type of muscular force is there? Bicycle, second one hand cart, third one boat, next one cycle rickshaw, next stretching of a spring, ball pen, vegetable chopper. So many examples you can give. When we are sharpening, that time sharpeners, pulley, a fruit peeler. So many examples are there related to our day-to-day life. You can give many examples. So children, we are going further for our next example, next type of force, that is mechanical force. So children, here mechanical force we are going to study. We use different machines for doing many tasks. Muscular force is used for running some machines. Some machines are run by using electricity or fuels. Machines like the latter are called automatic machines because a mechanical force is used here. For example, sewing machine, electric pump, washing machine, mixer, etc. Make a list of other such machines. So children, here related to our mechanical force. For example, here in our picture, related to our picture, we will take one example. The farmer who is plowing with the help of the tractor on his farm. While plowing, which force he has to operate the tractor? What do you think? Which type of force he is applying? Whatever we are studying now. Students, I ask a question to you. How the cars on road, television, speakers and watch, all that whatever is there in our home or in our houses runs. We know to drive the car on the road we use fuels. Correct? My question was there, how the cars on road running, television, speakers and watch in our houses runs. Then drives the car on the road we use fuels, speakers and lamp and all that watch on our houses run with the help of electricity. Isn't it correct? So student, do you know what this machine called? These machines are automatic machine because these all are run with the help of fuels or electricity. I hope my point is clear to you. So, mechanical force can be defined as The force applied by means of a machine is called mechanical force. Children, listen properly. The force applied by means of a machine is called mechanical force. Now, we will see what is gravitational force. If an object is thrown upward by applying force, it reaches a certain height and comes down again. Why is this so? We can able to see from our picture. A boy is throwing a ball in a vertically upward direction. It's correct? By applying force. Because already we had learned about the force. That's why I used directly force. We can able to see a boy is throwing a ball in a vertically upward direction by applying a force. It reaches a certain height and again it reaches down. Why is this happens, children? Because here why the ball is not forward in upward direction only. My question is there, why when the boy thrown the ball from his hand in upward direction, then after that why that ball is not forwarded in upward direction only? Why it comes down? When the boy throw the ball in upward direction, after some certain time, it attains some speed because the earth gravitational force, the force applying in the opposite direction in the ball. So children, I hope it is clear to you. The earth gravitational force, the force applying in the opposite direction in the or towards the ball. That's why instead of that ball going upward direction, it comes down. Second example, why do fruits on trees fall to the ground as it's shown in your picture? Next one, the earth pulls at the object towards itself. Answer is the earth pulls all the object towards itself. Now, two examples we had seen from your textbook. For both question, you can give the answer. The earth pulls all the object towards itself. So children, related to our gravitational force, the force applied by the earth to pull objects towards itself is called gravitational force. Here one scientist is given. Scientist Sir Isaac Newton discovered gravitation in the 17th century. The earth's gravitational force acts in a direction opposite to that of an object moving upwards. Hence, the speed of that object goes on decreasing till in the end it becomes 0. Then the object starts falling down instead of going up any further. While falling, its speed goes on increasing all the time due to gravitational force. So children, gravitational force is discovered by Sir Isaac Newton. So, I hope you understood the definition of gravitational force and the research done by scientist Newton. You all able to understand the example of Newton's. Now, next example related to our weight and gravitational force. Take a small stone and a bucket full of water. Drop the stone into the water from a height of about 20 centimeter. You will hear the sound of the stone dropping in the water. Now drop the same stone into the water from a height of about 100 centimeter. You will hear it sound again. What is the difference in the sounds in the two actions above? What can we conclude from this? You all are able to listen the sound. Now second example. The action of lifting a sack are shown in the picture. One sack looks empty. The other one is full. What difference do you notice in the way the two sacks are lifted? The gravitational force on the empty sack is less. Is it correct? Children, here we are studying gravitational force. Then, which one is empty sack? In that empty sack, gravitational force will be less. That is, its weight less. The gravitational force on the bigger sack is greater. In other words, the bag weight more. Means, in which bag weight is less, gravitational force on empty sack will be less. And which weight of bag is heavy, on that bag gravitational force will be greater or more. So children, here related to our gravitational force, greater force must be applied to lift a greater weight. I hope this point is clear to you. Greater force must be applied to lift a greater weight. So children, to weight an object, it is hung from the hook of a spring balance. The suspended object is pulled downwards by the force of gravity in opposite direction. At the same time, the force of the tension in the spring constantly pulls the object upwards because it is hanging in the hook. The object comes to rest when the tension in the spring and the gravitational force on the object become equal. In this position, the scale on the spring balance shows the gravitational force acting on the object, which is the weight of the object. The gravitational force acting on an object is called the weight of the object. So children, here we are studying related to gravitational force and weight of the object. So here we are going to discuss the gravitational force operates between the sun and the planets in the solar system also. Because of this, the planets revolve around the sun. At the same time, gravity also operates between planets and their satellites. Then, why don't all the planets and satellites fall towards the sun? So children, related to our gravitational force only we are talking. Here, question is there, which forces are acting upon an aeroplane taking off into the sky? So children, this answer will be aeroplane uses mechanical force because it is working as a machine. Aeroplane uses mechanical force. Pilot exerts muscular force with the help of his hand. Frictional force between aeroplane and air. Gravitational force due to weight of an aeroplane. I hope you all are able to understand this answer. So children, today we are going to complete these three forces only. In our next class, we will complete remaining three forces. I hope today whatever we had discussed related to our definition, concept of force. After that, in that types of forces, we had learned first one muscular force, second one mechanical force, and third one gravitational force. All three definition as well as related to that definition you understood properly. So children, learn your lesson thoroughly and complete whatever the assignment questions is given. Till that time, take care, be happy. Thank you children.